Let me know when you start.
I'm basically gonna start. I'm about to.
All right, all right, all right. We're gonna give people a chance to come in. Yeah, I ought to put you on the spot, but I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna give people a chance to actually log in. We on Life Lessons Unplugged, man. We ain't gonna be long, but we definitely gonna be strong.
Yeah, that's
I had a lot of people hitting me up asking me about what we was gonna be talking about and all that. So we're gonna go into it. How was your day?
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah, I had a chill day today.
It was good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, we just make sure we got everybody logging in.
And how was yours?
It was good. A little challenging. It was good. I had to go out to Bridgeport to Camp Quit Your Bitching.
That's the name of it, huh?
Yeah, Camp Quit Your Bitching with Justin.
Okay, right.
So he was doing his camp out there, and so I took one of my mentors out there.
Oh, cool.
Out there to
Okay.
talk to him and everything, and to kind of see, and see what he thought about it, and how it was flowing, and all of that.
Yeah.
So it was a good thing.
Productive. Got some good feedback.
Yeah, real good feedback. Some stuff that was real good. So we're just giving y'all a little chance to log in. Did you get a chance to share it in that group in the thing, Johnny? You want me to share it? Let me share it. Let me see. Make sure we share it here. Get started. Not yet. Let me make sure I share it in the copy the link. Go to the page. There you go. Events. Say happening now. Discussion. Make sure we good to go here. Just want to make sure they have it in the. All right, we got it in there, Johnny. We got it in there, man. Yeah, once again, for those that are logged in, if you have any questions, you have any comments, make sure you let us know. You can also share it, like it, share it, comment, subscribe to our YouTube Life Lessons. You can just click on the link, you'll be able to see it. You remember the slogan?
Yes, bridging generations through conversations.
That's what we're doing. We bridging generations through conversation, because a lot of people don't even get a chance to sit back, talk to their old man. They don't get a chance to talk to their daughter, and nothing like that, and really get the vibe of what was going on. Everybody was saying how much they enjoyed the last live, because it was really informative. We went into some things, but this time we're gonna go into a little more even though we didn't get a chance to hit a lot of the stuff, but we're gonna definitely get into it. Some of the people say they wanted you to ask me more questions,
Okay.
so
I got a lot of them
you got a lot of them.
all the time.
Okay, well that's good. Just tell the people who you are and what you do and all of that, and what inspired you again to do the podcast.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was a collaborative thought. But my name is Shekinah Simmons. I'm Derek's daughter. That's one name I go by as Derek's daughter. That's one thing people know me as. Um, and I'm really just happy to be here to learn more about you and life and be able to share it with other people who may have the same questions and ideas.
Cool. Well, I really want to. One of the things I want to talk about tonight also is uh, the millionaire mindset, becoming a millionaire. I was reading Johnny Wimbrey book, and he was talking about participating in your rescue.
Uh-huh.
Basically saying that you got to participate. And shout out to my boy Johnny Wimber. I'm always studying. That's one of my hacks. I be sending you stuff. Almost every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. I don't send it all because I don't want to flood you. But that's one of my things as well. So just so you'll know, I don't know if I ever told you that.
That you study.
No, not study.
Or
When I wake up in the morning and in midday, I'm listening to some educational.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's always something educational just to keep my mindset and the neurons in my body,
right.
You know what I'm saying, moving.
Right. And I remember growing up, I used to read a lot of books all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things as well. So we're talking about participating in your rescue, not just being there. So when you heard that title, what's the first thing came to your mind?
Actually, nobody's fault but mine.
Okay.
And I know that's the title of one of your songs from growing up, but I remember that every day. Like, you have to remember that anything that happens in life is your fault. So if it's bad, if you need help, you need to be the person to help yourself.
Yeah. And you gotta and not be afraid even to ask for it. As I began to develop, and even in my maturity, a lot of people get afraid to ask for help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't get the help, honestly, just because they didn't ask.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so you got to ask somebody. You got to go to somebody. Hey, man, look, my finances toe up, nigga. I need you to help me because my stuff is, jacked up. So I need you to help me. So in participating on your rescue or your breakthrough or whatever you want to call it, you got to make a conscious effort. So growing up as a child, what did you feel like that you made a conscious effort of, or did you see us make a conscious effort to participate in our
we prayed. We prayed a lot to when we needed rescue. Well, that's what I saw growing up as a child. I saw that we would pray. As far as much else, actions, it depends on what we needed help with. So if we needed rescue as far as our health, we was gonna pray that thing out for sure. We didn't really take much medicine or do much else. But I think in deeper ways. Do you remember how I used to have to read the encyclopedia?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a way of participating in setting the rescue and just trying to create a different outcome.
Yeah. And one of the ways, I don't think that you really knew how we was doing it. Because we were so deep, and we go back to that because that's what we raised you in Christianity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of our stuff go back to that, because that's the way we raised you, in Christianity. But even as now, if we saying participate in your risk, it's so many different strategies and stuff that you can, that you can use. One of the things that I always used was, and I don't even know if you knew, is I always kept a mentor or somebody I could go and talk to.
Oh yeah, you did. Somebody, somebody that did something of higher quality or something like that.
Yeah. So it's always important to have somebody that's on the level that you're trying to get to.
Mhm.
That's why I went out there to Camp QYB,
Yeah.
because when I went out there today, I'm like, man, this dude got acres and acres of land,
Yeah.
I mean, they talking about 40 acres in the mute. It's way more than 40 acres.
And you said the name of it earlier, but now that we later say the name of the hotel.
QUB?
Oh, okay,
You talking
okay.
about Camp Quit Your Bitches?
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't never heard me cuss.
Never heard you cuss before.
Yes, because that ain't. I'm not cussing. I was telling the name. I was saying the.
Never heard you cuss before. They were like, "That's crazy." Yeah, good, but it has to be a pronoun. Get you to say it. Okay.
You ain't
Okay.
never heard me cuss.
Never. And why is that? Why did you? Yeah, say the title. No, wait a minute.
No, I would.
But why did you ever stop cussing?
Well, one of the reasons because I was trying to control my anger, and that was attached to, because at first, I was a bank cuss, like my mama used to be. Back in the day, she was a bad cuss. So I was saying I wanted to better myself, not just because it wasn't wrong. I don't think that cussing was wrong or nothing like that, but I wanted to increase my vocabulary.
Right.
And I was like, I don't have to cuss somebody out, you know what I'm saying,
right.
every time, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but how long ago was that you decided to? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was back in '95.
I just told somebody this.
Yeah,
I brag about you. I tell people that, but yeah.
It was back in '95.
So I got one more question. How did you develop the way? Because you have a way of correcting or disciplining and make you feel like you got cussed out.
Well, my way was very stern, it's matter of fact,
Right.
And so what I always tell people is, as a child, I had to put the fur of me in y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna play with you. You know what I'm saying? Right. This is and some parents can get away with it as being they friends. So even though I was friendly, y'all know that I meant business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of times now that's what's missing as well. Yeah, we can be cool. We can talk. We can go out to eat. We can do this. We can do a lot of, we can play with your little dolls and all that. But when I say it's time to go to bed, and you was real crafty. Ooh. I remember one time, cause she knew prayer. Johnny, she knew prayer was the key. She knew that was my soft spot, was prayer, So I was getting ready to whoop her about running her mouth at school. She say, I prayed about it and it just didn't change. I say, I ain't worried about that. I'm finna whoop your butt today. You finna get a whoop. You need to get that mouth shut. So it just took it took some discipline, and I wanted to go. I wanted to increase my vocabulary, and a lot of people ain't never heard me and I used to wonder if people even notice I don't really,
Yeah. When I tell people, they're like, "What? How does he even do that?"
Yeah, I mean, I cuss a little bit.
He don't cuss around y'all.
There we go.
He don't cuss around y'all.
So now you cuss in conversation?
Not really. Not no major cuss words. Not nothing major. I ain't really.
That's funny.
Yeah, I ain't really. Like you probably never seen me drink. You never seen me smoke when we was what's name?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I didn't do all that until later.
So you came a pawpaw almost, pretty much, something like that. Just
because I had to develop. Like I don't like stuff to have me feel like I'm in bondage.
Oh, okay.
To nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel like I have to do it. So that's why we're talking about participating in
and
rescue.
that's how you participated in your rescue.
I participated in my rescue. I was like, I need to get myself under control.
Right.
Before I can even teach y'all how to get yourself under control.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't expect y'all to do something and I wasn't doing it.
It was a good example. Yeah. It was definitely
and then now me and your mother, we was different on that end.
Yeah, she well, only when she got mad. Right. You never heard her just now. Sometimes, yes. And that's how you knew she was mad. She was real mad. Yeah.
So even and I didn't tell her she couldn't cuss.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't trip like that or say you can't cuss or nothing like that. Yeah. If that's the way you want to express yourself, then cool. It was just for me, that wasn't just for me. Yeah. So what we're gonna do real quick is kind of go into a commercial break.
Okay.
And then we're gonna, and also y'all share and like this if you have any questions, you got any comments. Now, when we come back, we're gonna talk about, of course, Mars, so we're still talking about, we're trying to let people see the development, so how some of the stuff that I taught you and some of the stuff that you have experienced, how are you gonna translate that over to Mars, which is your baby.
Yeah.
They don't know, so I'm trying.
Yeah.
That's my boy. I wish I had that picture. So, but anyway, we're gonna go into. You ready, Johnny?
Yep. Let's go.
Am I the only one that didn't know how transformative sound can be? Why are there not more people talking about how crucial audio quality is for any space? I remember the day I walked into a church filled with hope and expectation, only to be met with echoes and muffled sounds. The pastor's voice struggled to reach the back rows and the congregation was lost in a sea of sound. Is the soul of any gathering place. Every club, school, and hotel deserves clarity and connection. Yet so many buildings suffer from poor audio-visual integration. With DS Sounds, we ensure high-quality equipment is installed seamlessly before the walls even go up. We save you time and money so you can focus on what truly matters, creating a space where voices are heard and spirits are lifted. Let's transform your venue into a masterpiece of sound together. Because when sound is right, everything else falls into place.
All right, y'all. We back, and y'all know I got my partner in crime here. I got my partner in crime, Johnny. Tell him what's up, man. Tell him what you got going on in the DFW area, man.
All right, man. It don't really change a whole hell of a lot. Wednesdays, I'm in West Jacks, 1708 8th Avenue, over in the Medical District. R&B Lounge. We do R&B, no trap, no ratchet, no twerking, none of that stuff. We just vibe out, smoke your stick, get you a good stiff drink, and we chill from 8 to 12. Thursday, we at Blitz Lounge, karaoke at Blitz Lounge. You never know where that's going to go. I could be entertaining grown folks. I could be turning it up for the young folks. One thing we're going to do is we're going to have a good time. We're going to sing some karaoke, though. Friday, I'm at the Daiquiri Lounge. That's once again, I kind of go where the wind takes me. I come in saying karaoke, but sometimes they don't do karaoke. So, it could be anything from Southern Soul to R&B to turn up. It just depends. Saturday, I'm at the Daiquiri Lounge once again. It is turn up. But we're going to turn up. It get real crazy. That's where we make our best promo videos at, because it gets real wild out there, especially out there on the patio. And if it's warm, then yeah, I'm gonna turn their ass all the way up. It's gonna get crazy. Sunday, it's usually a wind down Sunday. I'm a Pendulum Cigar Lounge over off of Brian Irvin Road, but of course, it's the Super Bowl, so ain't no telling where it's gonna take us. We're gonna chill out, but we might get some KC fans up in there. I might get some Dallas fans up in there. I might have to tell some KC fans about their stuff, but. Whatever. But catch me on one or all of those nights, man. Pop out on your boy.
Yeah, man, Johnny. Y'all already know he gonna have it all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. If y'all got any questions, y'all got any comments, make sure y'all put them there, and we'll definitely address it. Johnny, do we have any questions, any comments?
We do have one comment from Xerox Twin, Antonio Twin. He said, the youngsters got the information. He said, we got the wisdom. He said, yet there is no respect in between the two.
I'm gonna let you address that. You need him to say it again?
Say it one more time. Sure.
Grown folks, the schools got the information. The grown folks got the wisdoms. Old schools, old heads got the wisdom. Yet there is no respect between the two. But it's basically saying old heads ain't respecting what the young heads bringing to the table, and the youngsters ain't respecting, how far the old heads will make it, because nobody's guaranteed to make it that far.
So what would you say with that? They saying since we're trying to bridge the gap, and they saying that they ain't respecting young folks. Y'all don't respect us. What would you say?
It sounds like he said there's no respect mutually.
Yeah, both ways.
between
Yeah, both ways.
the two, both ways.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both ways.
both ways.
Okay, adults aren't respecting.
Yeah.
I grew up being told I didn't have a question to respect an adult, so I didn't know that there was options being given to respect. But I agree with the statement. Now, how can we fix it?
Yeah. So you agree that it's not respect?
I believe that it's lacking in some areas,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it's not without a cause.
Yeah. And I definitely agree that there is a lack of it. But we didn't have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have to deal with, like, you respected me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's
No question about
yeah,
it.
no question about it. And he's probably talking about the outward, but people can only treat you how you allow them to treat you.
Exactly.
See, the youngsters, and because I caught myself one day. I was going into hitching post, and there was some young cats up in there, and I'm like, man, I'm from the hood. I ain't shouldn't be, trying to not go into hitch post, because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I thought they was gonna be, rowdy and all that, but they wasn't even like that. So
Yeah.
when I'm up, they were like, "What's up, school?"
Yeah.
What I'm saying? What's going on? So I think it's a level of respect, but of course we have to demand that respect as well.
Or at least exhibit the respect that we expect, and I believe that it will be returned. It's just like any energy you put out in life. So
Yeah,
I think that's one issue, is sometimes that people come with different emotions on their sleeves, and respect is not being shown, or the energy of it isn't even being exuded.
yeah.
So,
and a lot of people didn't have a chance. Every time I get a chance to talk to someone, they were like, "Man, what y'all are doing is awesome," because a lot of women don't get a chance to even sit down and talk to their dad.
right.
Yeah. And that's what I was talking about. Even like, cause like even when you got married, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I said, that's gonna be a long shot.
How did you feel that I got married anyway, without having you like
pick your? Because see, really, and I was old school. I probably ain't never told you this. I wanted to be able to pick who you got married to. But that was, you know what I'm saying? I didn't set it up that way.
Right.
And it wasn't, it wasn't dynamic, but I was like, even, I was cheering for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And was rooting for him.
Yeah.
Now you said, how did I feel? What?
How did you feel knowing that I got married without having you pick him, like you said, because I knew you wanted to.
I had to respect your judgment, but at the same time, I knew it was going to be a long shot to actually be a healthy relationship.
Okay.
But at that time, I was a little more mature, where I can say, let me see though. You know what I'm saying? Versus saying, because a lot of times you can think, as we get older, we can think we know everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we do know some stuff, because it was like one time a dude came into the studio. He was like, "Oh, doing ad lib." Talking about, I'm like, man, what this dude doing, man? We don't do no ad libs with no barking and no and all that. Man, don't do all that old mess on no, you know what I'm saying, on your stuff.
But you recorded it anyway.
But I said, man, I'm gonna let him record it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you record it. I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then after a while, I heard people on the radio.
Nah.
Yep. I'm like, yeah. But just because I didn't like it, don't mean that it wasn't gonna work.
Right.
So it was the same thing. I wanted to leave room for that, but at the same time, I say it's gonna be a long shot because of your personality. See, we know our kids, because y'all are an extension of us. So
right.
So I know your personality, what it's gonna take, mentally, emotionally, of course, physically, I can't say because I don't sleep with you. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No mess like that. But so a nigga can, get your mind, you know what I'm saying, a
Yeah.
certain way. But at the same time, I knew that it was gonna be hard, just because of his mental capacity.
Yeah.
And you used to me being dominant and being a leader. Whether I
Right.
lead right or wrong, I'm leading you.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I take you in a ditch,
Absolutely.
I'm confident and I can explain. Hey, I took
And I
you.
watched my mama follow you wherever you
Yeah, I
say
took
go.
you in plenty of ditches.
And she
Just went on. You know what I'm saying? She was
Yeah.
happy-go-lucky into that ditch
yeah,
because I could actually say, "Look, we going into this ditch. This is why we going into this ditch.
right,
If it don't work, then I take full responsibility for why we going into that ditch."
right.
And she'll say, "Remember, you said financially that we need to put this money back."
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying? And I would do it and give it to the church or spend it. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that I always regret, no, I can't say regret because I don't have necessarily a regret. She taught me two things.
Uh-huh.
She taught me two things.
Uh-huh.
One was give me what I'm asking for,
Mm-hmm.
not what you want to give me.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
So that was my takeaway was, and I seen that he didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really ask you what you want and give that according to what you had. Because me, I spent a whole bunch of money on stuff that I didn't even have to spend nothing on.
Yeah.
Because that ain't what she wanted.
Right.
And we went to marriage counseling and all that. She was just like, that ain't what I asked you for.
Right.
I didn't ask you for this. I didn't ask you for that.
Yeah.
This is what I want. So we got some questions.
We do have a question. Kwanzaa Johnson actually showing a little disappointment in it. She was like arranged marriage there. She was like, really? So I guess with you saying to be able to pick the guy, I think maybe that you might have gave off the impression that it would be an arranged marriage. It would have to be somebody that you picked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I stand on what I said. I stand arrange. Who is that?
That was Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa Johnson said that.
Arranged marriage. I feel that it can work. An arranged marriage where you say, hey, I know. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this will be the best thing. I think this. Somebody that really know you and I know them.
Mm-hmm.
Like we came up in a different era where women and dudes can try all kinds of stuff.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But I know dudes from a different perspective. So I can almost look at a dude and be like, man, it's gonna be tough for you.
Okay.
So they talk about arranged marriage, So
then I just need to just walk through, and any dude I meet at this point, they should just meet you and you can give me the okay.
Yeah. I want you to be, pretty much. But I do want you to be happy. So it's stuff that I don't know to what extent. But if you explain it to me, then I can give you a perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And what's one of my best qualities is giving you advice from a perspective of a universal perspective, not necessarily from hey, this is my baby girl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do, you know what I'm saying? I want the best for you, but at the same time, I'm like, I understand your personality. You got to think you lost your mother.
Yeah.
So that's mental, that's a lot of mental stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? That a dude have to be able to deal with emotionally. And a lot of people didn't have their dad to tell them that. You know what I'm saying? To really go through and say, you got to get counsel for this. You got to deal with it. That's why we're talking about participating in your rescue. Part of your participating in your rescue is what we're doing right now. This is therapy for both of us.
Yeah.
All right. I got another one.
You got another question.
Yep.
Okay.
Twin said, do we give our daughters different advice than our sons?
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Of course we do. It depends on. Of course we give different
I
different.
couldn't walk home by myself.
Yeah. Now you give them different because of many different things. Really, one of them was because of character and behavior, not
Mhm.
necessarily because of society. I gave y'all different advice because of character. I already knew starting off, little Derek was so sneaky. See, you were sneaky too, but he was so sneaky uh, that I had to put little things in place to prevent him. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I can't tell him the same. And he wasn't his IQ wasn't say that he was dumb or nothing like that. That's my nigga. You know, that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? But I knew he was gonna be a late bloomer. You know,
Fix it up like you need to.
yeah. No, I knew he was gonna be a late bloomer, so I couldn't deal with him the same way I dealt with you. But at the same time, I didn't tell you a Cinderella story like a lot of these people get. You see what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got to participate in this. I'm saying, and I never forget I was dating I was dating this young lady. We'll talk about that on a whole nother segment.
What?
Don't be asking me about my dating life.
I can't. I already. That was one thing I said I won't talk
No,
about.
you can't. I don't
Uh-uh.
care. I don't care. I don't.
Oh.
When you get older, this is what I like about it, Johnny. when you get older, you just I'm free. Like I'm literally free from all kind of accusation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All of that. I don't care about it. If anybody say, "Oh, he doing this," I sure did. Yes,
That
was
was
that you?
me.
That was
That
that.
was me.
That was me. Did you give me that was me, or it wasn't me? You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
So I don't
right.
have to. I don't sugarcoat it for you, my mama, for nobody.
Yeah.
I'm actually, and for me, when you say participating in your breakthrough, that's liberating for me. That I can
Uh,
say, yeah, the good, the bad, the ugly. You know
Now, in what capacity was he talking about it in?
who
Johnny Winbury.
he was talking about in every capacity.
Okay.
In every way, financially, emotionally, you have to make sure. And it's the same thing as saying faith without works is dead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can say all the time that you got faith, but you don't have no works.
Right.
Uh, Matthew Knowles call it faith to action ratio.
Okay. Right.
So he's saying, what is your ratio? You know what I'm saying
Yeah.
that you have. So I feel like when we're making decisions like this, we need to really consider one another. And keep in mind, I can learn a lot from you. That's what a lot of people don't realize. Like, just like I feel like I can teach you, you can teach
Mm-hmm.
me some stuff. You can be like, nah, daddy, I don't know. You know, because women got a certain intuition. You know, I can't say the dudes don't have. We just operate a little
Differently.
different.
Yeah.
Like a dude would say something like, "Oh, don't worry about that. I'm gonna handle it when I get there." A chick would be like, "Don't go. I feel something." You'd be like, "Hold on, no, what you talking about? You feel? No, I ain't worried about all that." They'd be like, "No, don't go." And that's one. And I go back to your mom because that's what we talking about relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So your mom used to tell me, "No, just don't go. I just don't feel it." Be like, "What you mean don't go? You don't feel it." You know what I'm saying? But at that time, I wasn't as, I can't say mature. I was in a different mindset that I'd be like, nah, man, when I get there, I'm going to handle it.
Yeah.
But women are some of the greatest protectors because they do preventative stuff versus us doing other stuff. Go ahead with me, Johnny.
All right, we got B. Lynn who has a comment. She said, as a daughter and an only child who eloped, she said, I thought my dad would be upset. But his words were, I trust your judgment. I know who I raised.
Pretty much what I did, huh?
Yeah, pretty much what you did in a way. But nah, you brought him by the house.
Yeah, you knew.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I knew when you told me. And I really signed off on it, even though I signed off and said it was going to be a long shot. But you can trust a judgment and know that you imparted something in them. But at the same time, you know, the development. A lot of dudes don't have development. Like, and this is what I mean. What I needed at 19 is not the same thing I need at 25.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
My needs change.
They should.
They should change.
Yeah.
And they are gonna change automatically, physically. It's psychologically, you're gonna change, your body gonna change. Or certain physical things gonna change about you. You see what I'm saying? So and mentally, your mental capacity is not gonna be the same. So what you needed when you first got married is not the same thing you need 4 months later, 5 months later. Things happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know how you handle your bills. You don't know how I handle my bills. Well, now I gotta ask you, well, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's not about a 50-50. I gotta say, what do you want? So a lot of this can be prevented up front.
Yeah, it's a conversation.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna go to, if you have any other questions, any comments, y'all let us know. I know you got some other questions on this second half. Oh man. We're getting close to that time, but we're gonna go ahead and go to this commercial break, and then when we get back, if you got any questions, you got a comment, and y'all share it. Also, like it, subscribe, and we'll be right back.
This your girl Brandy B, and I'm here with my Set Life Studios, and I'm about to do a verse for you guys. It's called It's On Go. Check me out on Instagram, Brandy Bugatti, on all platforms. Let's go. Yeah. Brandy B with the bars. Oh. Every nigga want a real bitch like me. Every nigga gon' feel this. Who pop what up? I ain't saying shit. Real niggas get it. I put the jacket on cause that bitch really fitted. The realest he ever know. He not the first to admit it. The low you do right or wrong. Real boy, I'm committed. And don't forget it. When I hit the lit, then I split it. The phone you bought for me was never rented. The sex I get to you is explicit. You perpetrate to these hoes, but you loyal to me. You love me for free. Her love cost a fee. You know it's meant to be emulate you and me. They'll be talking about our love for many centuries. About this chemistry, about this history. If they playing with you, then they playing with me. And since I'm rhyme for you, and you rhyme for me, when you pop them two, then I pop the three. Baby, it's a no. Baby, it's a no. Baby, it's a no. Whatever you wanna do. Baby, it's a no. I'm right here for you. Baby, it's a no. I'm riding for you. Baby, it's a no. Baby, it's a no. Baby, it's a no. Whatever you wanna do. Baby, it's a no. I'm right here for you. Baby, it's a no. I'm riding for you. Shout out to my boy Derek Simmons. He's behind that camera. Shout out to Missy Lee for allowing me to indulge in this dope experience. I had a blast. And you know what? Everybody out there, you should come check this spot out. If you're an artist, if you you do reality shows, you do podcasts, you do content creating, this is the place for you. Like it was the place for me. Okay, now come up in here and show me out, which I doubt you probably couldn't. Okay? Yeah.
Hey, we're back. We're back. Life lessons. What's the tagline?
Bridging generations through conversation.
Bridging generations through conversation. Yeah. Back in the day, you know what they say? Conversation rules the nation.
Oh, yeah.
You got that conversation. You do whatever you want.
Yep.
Yeah. You talking about, yep.
I didn't talk my way through a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. Me too.
Yeah.
No.
You taught me. You taught me.
I talked my way into some stuff.
That too.
No. You thought that before I be getting all them inboxes. What did you say? Yeah, they be telling me. Okay, well, we're going to go to some comments, Johnny. Some comments, some questions. Yeah, I want y'all to like and to share this. I think it's awesome, man. A lot of people don't even have the courage to do this, to sit down with them. You know what I'm saying? To be able to sit down with their dad. Or don't even have the opportunity to be able to sit down. The opportunity, you know, to be able to sit down with their dad and converse, you know, like this. So we're going to go through some questions, some comments. Go ahead, Johnny.
Okay. We got B. Lynn. Well, first of all, before I say anything, Kwanzaa Johnson, she said Kwanzaa Till. I guess maybe you'll recognize that.
Oh.
Ones and twos? Oh, okay. See, there you go. All right. Now on to the question.
Put it on you. Put it on you, Johnny. Switch it to you.
What you got a giggle or something? What you got?
Nah.
All right. So B Lynn said there's a lack in the level of communication will lead to a lack of respect.
Mm.
So
lack
basically
of
a lack of communication, which leads to a lack of respect.
I can agree with that. Also, they're not having a conversation. People, are lacking in that all around. So I can agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's really hard to have conversations like that, especially from a man's point of view, so you can understand. We talk to be so hard. Don't cry. You know what I'm saying? Don't cry. You know what I'm saying? But you whooping me, man. You don't want me to cry. Okay, all right, cool. I'm gonna get with that. You know what I'm saying? As a young child, and then you talk to be tough, and then all of a sudden, when you start growing up, communicate. You're like, communicate. We don't communicate. We communicate with these. You know what I'm saying? We fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't have that. We're so hard. So when most of the time when you talk about communication, that's more of a feminine trait, so to speak. But if you masculine, that don't mean that you're not, because you're not communicating. So you I agree. You gotta communicate.
Yeah.
Both ways. So what would you say about that?
I would say, like, I'm very communicative. It's almost confrontational that I communicate so much to the point where if I have a question, I'm going to ask. If I'm feeling the type of way, I'm going to say it. And that's just the best way to be, so that I'm not questioning what someone's intentions are.
Yeah. And I know that and it's hard to. So when you was asking me and we was talking about the participating in your rescue,
that's how I do.
I know it's certain times that you call me. I was like, man, what my daughter calling me in a rage like this for? Like, what is going on?
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what in the world? You call me? Yeah, I broke the TV. Yeah, I threw in that TV. I did. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, hold on, like, nah, we don't, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I was talking about self-discipline, because if you let somebody pull you out of character
to a whole nother person who I didn't even know I could be, that, and I'll call you like, and I did it, but
I heard you back. Yeah, I did it.
I did.
Yeah, I broke TV. I did. I'm like, oh,
I couldn't even imagine doing something like that now. But at the time, it's an energy and that means that was the person I shouldn't have been around, and I should have.
Well, a lot of it too is your self-discipline. That's what I'm talking about, controlling yourself. You have to be able to control yourself. So a lot of people look at it like, oh man, that's minor, man. Just a little cussing, that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Smoking weed, that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I went so long without smoking weed. Right. That's why I wanted to say, I'm gonna put it down. That's why I went 17 years without drinking. Because I wanted to make sure that it didn't have a control over me, that I had a control over it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so you don't want nobody to have that emotional tie over you. You don't even deserve to have that space over me like that.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to get in that energy, then you get in that energy. But I reserve that energy for when I really need that.
Right.
Anger for me is something totally different. Anger for me is when somebody misuses you and I need to get into that anger. Then I can get into that spirit and say, yeah, off with your head. You see what I'm saying? Because now I'm into that. But a lot of that don't even warrant, you know what I'm saying, me giving the energy. So that's why you got to be able to be, disciplined. You got to pull yourself back and be like, nah, that ain't worth it.
And a lot of times it wasn't. And a lot of times I chose that. And a lot of times I didn't. Honestly.
That's keeping it real.
Yeah, a lot of times I chose that, and then by the end I got tired.
Yeah.
Of doing that. I got tired of choosing of not getting, you don't deserve this energy. Yeah, okay. Let me give it to you this time. Yeah. Maybe I'll stop getting it from you if you see what it feels like.
Right. Yeah. And I get that.
But there's also a self-control and, hey, this is not a space you need to be in. It's not a productive space.
Yeah.
So let's not.
Yeah, because I've had people say that I was emotionally unavailable because I wouldn't allow them to pour me into that energy. you know.
Right.
And so they would be like crunk, and I'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
Because once you got to know yourself. Because once you're there, you're there.
Yeah.
Like once I'm there,
I watched Mama come out there with you had the African.
don't tell all our business, baby. Don't
Nah.
tell all our business.
It happened. It happened. My next door neighbors was my doggone school friend. They seen her out there doing it.
Yeah.
She had took them sticks and said, "I'm gonna bust the windows out of your car." You're just yelling crazy, and you still like, all right, don't do that. Why would you do? Why you were so calm.
I never forget. She was like, "I'm gonna bust the windows out your car."
Yeah.
She said, "You staying here tonight?"
Yep.
And I said, "You know what? I'm staying here tonight. No, don't be funny, cause I'll bust every window out your car." I said, "No, you're right. If I don't talk to you, you deserve to have bust the window, and I'm not going nowhere." She said, "You ain't going nowhere." I said, "I sure ain't. I ain't going nowhere." I said, "Because this is the time." And so I had to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, first of all, I didn't want her to bust my windows.
Right.
That was gonna cause something. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking
Right.
I'm thinking long term. And then I'm thinking, what did I do to trigger this?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? What did I do to trigger this? It should, and at that time, a lot of people don't understand trauma.
Right.
And you probably didn't even understand the reason why things got so bad the way it did.
Yeah, I think I do. She explained them to me.
Oh, what did she say from her perspective? So what do you, not from her perspective, as you
process, and what I watched? Yeah.
So what do you see from her perspective and your perspective? How did it transfer like that?
Well, just from what I seen over time and what she would describe as her feelings would get hurt all the time. She was real sensitive. Mm-hmm. Real sensitive. So she did not like to feel left out or not included. In that particular time, it triggered her because you were going somewhere without her and she wanted to be included.
That was absolutely correct. But what triggered some of it is because when the church that we was going to,
oh yeah,
when he cheated, you see what I'm saying? When he cheated,
and y'all were best friends. Y'all was
me and him tight. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
yeah,
I ain't cheating on you.
It ain't no way he cheating.
Ain't no way
and you that cheating, close.
And you that close, and you ain't cheating. Like, man, come on with that. So I tried to compensate.
Yeah,
overcompensate for that. You know, but you got to think, I'm video shooting. At that time, I'm shooting movies. I'm doing all this. You know what I'm saying?
You had a reality show with women at the time.
I had a reality show with women. And I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, I ain't cheating. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm like,
it didn't look like that. Even to me as a kid, I'm like, this is some suspicious activity.
And some of it was.
But it's not bad. I wouldn't even be surprised. I already had a mentality. What men don't cheat?
No, all men don't cheat. I didn't cheat.
Okay.
I didn't cheat.
Hold
on. And I would be honest with you, because right now I don't have no reason not to take. First of all,
well, I know. I believe you. I believe you.
You don't believe me.
I believe you.
Everybody sees it. She's like, nah,
no, I'm just saying.
You ain't never said, nah.
Because we haven't talked about it. I believe you never cheated.
But I'm but no, I didn't cheat. I didn't. Now I didn't.
What's cheating to you? That's a good question.
What's cheating to me? We're gonna go to a break now. I'm just
good night.
No. What's cheating? What's cheating to me is anything you do outside of the covenant that you agreed to. So anything you do outside of the
talking on the phone, texting.
Talking on the phone, texting, none of that is cheating if y'all in agreement with
taking on a date.
That's not cheating. If y'all in agreement.
See, that's
hold on.
That's sure.
That's not cheat if y'all know about it. Notice what I said. It's only cheating if y'all didn't communicate about it. If y'all didn't talk. So when she told me, because somebody came to me, somebody told me, they was like, man, I seen your mama. I seen your wife out taking somebody to lunch. And I was like, No, ain't what. They was like, did she tell you about it? I said, nah. And back to the comment, I said, I trust her judgment. I said, and what she's doing is what she's doing, but that's not outside. Now, that in my mind was considered cheating because we had discussed it. But I didn't trip on that. So I just said, you see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, whatever you don't communicate about.
Okay.
You said whatever you don't communicate, and even if you feel like you gotta sneak and do it,
It's cheating.
yeah, it's a form of cheat. If you feel like you gotta sneak and do it. If I gotta sneak and text you, if I can't do it while you right there and you know about it, then it's a form of cheating.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So you say you never cheated, so you never did nothing. That
Nah, in that aspect of that definition of
oh.
no, hold on.
See.
I did think now it's different between cheating and doing something inappropriate. But it still can be considered cheating. So,
Oh,
try to
okay.
tie me up because I know we live and all that kind of stuff. So but not to the point of I feel that we all have done stuff that's not appropriate. I have done things that's not appropriate, but not actually have a physical intercourse with someone.
Okay, yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, or have somebody to, have,
Yeah.
With me or whatever. But at the same time, I feel that it's communication will help it.
Yeah. Whatever y'all agree on. That's true.
Whatever y'all agree on. So it's not cheating if y'all agree on it. If y'all agree on it, it ain't cheating. We got a question coming.
Yeah, we got a question. Got a comment.
You got something you want to say?
I do got something on that cheating part.
Okay, go ahead. Put it on you.
Yeah.
Put it on. Yeah.
For me, the cheating part, anything that you supposed to be giving your wife, that's cheating. Whether it's attention, whether it's time, anything that you are giving somebody else that you should be giving your wife, that's cheating because you're cheating her out of something that she should have. For me, I know as far as for me in my marriage, and I don't have a perfect marriage. I ain't finna sit here and act like I don't got the perfect marriage, but she gets everything. And if she don't get everything, and I'm giving something to somebody else, whether it's attention or whatever it is, I am cheating her out of something.
Okay, I can see that and we can consider that to be cheating, but that has to be defined. For me, it works better now. If it's defined. So if I was giving, like I'm giving you because you're my daughter,
right?
As much as possible, make it defined, and don't look at what society is saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You make this. If you want to put up with him texting somebody, and you're like, man, I ain't tripping on that.
Oh yeah.
Then it's cool. Y'all set the rules.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? Versus, it's automatic. Y'all said it.
Yeah, that's why I asked you what yours was.
So mine was through communication. So
Okay.
if I communicated this is what I was gonna do, and she knew it, it wasn't cheating to me. Now once we separated and all that, then it was free game, bang, bang. Anyway, but so what do you think about it? What do you
think about
what we discussed?
About everything, and just I still want to keep it in my mind to tie it back to participating in your own rescue too. So, and I think in a way that we can is just being accountable in every aspect of life, in every agreement that you have. Maintain the integrity and participate in your rescue that way. So
and that's participating in your own rescue. Because now it's harder to make those decisions because now you done got involved. You love a person, but you like, I don't love you enough to not protect me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I gotta protect me, and this is what I have to do in order to protect me in this situation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So even when things would happen, I'd be like, man, it's crazy. It shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be happening this way. So you got to think now. You're going to think a lot different because you got a son.
Yeah.
So it's stuff that you got to impart into him. It's not just about us. You see what I'm saying? It's not about
Yeah.
us, not about your husband, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Your ex-husband, it ain't nothing about none of that to be or whatever it's gonna end up being or whatever. I don't know. But you got to make the decision that nothing has value but what you give it.
Uh-huh.
I know that sounds crazy, but nothing has value but what you give it. That's how I stay so calm. People be like, man, you tripping. You don't stay like this. Nah, I don't value that enough.
Yeah, to even get it to excite me.
Yeah, I don't value that enough. I don't, I'm not gonna get into that emotional state with you to even I'm not gonna do no tongue battling. We're not gonna fight.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna do all that arguing and fussing, and all that kind of stuff because emotionally, you want to have some emotional intelligence about it. You know what I'm saying? And so you
Yeah.
have to,
Yeah.
Do we got any questions, comments?
We do have a comment.
Okay.
La Dominique Davis Mims said, "What do you think you can work on to enhance your bond even more?"
With who? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure
okay.
he
Gotta be
talking.
between y'all two.
I'm sure he talking about you and I.
What can I do? She talking to me or talking?
Sound like two ways.
Oh, two ways.
What can y'all? What can we do?
What can we do? Okay. Go ahead.
It's a two-sided, double-sided question. I guess you get the answer and then you get the answer. So
okay.
For us to enhance our bond, I mean, it's pretty strong. I would say it's pretty tight. But I guess there's always room for growth. So I think maybe maintaining a routine conversation, but that's what we're doing now. So
yeah,
I don't know.
My answer would be to, in order to enhance it, is to allow you into my train of thought. Allow you into why I think what I do, because my why is totally different from a lot of people why.
It is.
My why is, and it's according to birth order. It's according to where I was born. My
upbringing.
My upbringing. All this played a part in that. So it's to allow you in, so I can express it, that it can help you to the best of its ability.
Okay, that's a good way.
It's order to let you into the thought, because a lot of it you can't read my mind. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be able to express it and say, look, that's why I send you some of those videos, because I'm like, understand my mind. This is what I'm talking about. You can really have whatever you want, but if you're trying to get it, this is what you got to do in order to get it.
Right.
So you can know a person. Like, a lot of people know of me, but they don't know me.
Right.
And I know Pastor Holiday, he always say, knowing somebody's stats. He's like, man, I know Jordan stats. I know, all these basketball players' stats. But if you ask him, who is Pastor Holiday? He'd be like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But he know of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference between knowing of a person and really knowing a person. And so that's what I feel that I have to offer, is to allow you to get to know the intimate parts of why I done what I done. In order to produce what we produce. And it's all tied into life lessons. And that's real important to have life lessons. And so that's why we're trying to bridge the gap, because a lot of people can't talk like this, because for me, I don't care about you pulling out my wrong.
All right. Yeah, no, I don't mind.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't care. That's why you can expose, and we'll get to it, because a lot of times, because I'm a single man, and so I know it. Shameless plug, I ain't gonna be single for long, though. I guarantee you that.
I've been wondering.
Huh?
Wondering.
You ain't been wondering nothing. Stop all that, But it's we'll talk about that as well,
Yeah.
Because now that's gonna be a transition.
Yeah.
So I know people was talking about me picking. Now I guess they don't feel like I should pick. What do you feel about me picking your next?
My next partner.
The next partner.
At this point, Um, picking my next partner would be okay, or maybe meeting somebody I got in mind.
Okay. Yeah. Now, me and your mother came up with a concept.
What?
You probably didn't even know. It's just a lot of stuff you don't know that
Oh
we
yeah, that
discussed.
y'all I know, cause
Yeah,
y'all
we
was so
discussed.
tight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we was
yeah,
tight.
yeah.
She came up with a concept. Let my ex pick my next, and it was a reality show, and we was gonna produce it. It was let my ex pick my next because she felt like she knew what I needed,
Uh
and
huh.
some of the stuff she just like wasn't willing to do or wasn't capable of doing because of her characteristics.
Right.
You know, like one of the things, which was a trip. One of the things she didn't care about clothes. She didn't care about style,
No,
fashion. You
she
know
could
what I'm saying?
not.
She didn't care. Like, why are you tripping? It's clothes. I'm
It's
going to the
yeah.
mall. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to the
Yeah.
store. Why I
Yeah.
gotta look a certain way? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Why I gotta put this on? I don't care nothing about that. There, who cares about that anyway? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it meant something to me.
Yeah.
You see
It
what I'm
did.
saying? So she was like, "Nah, you need a woman that that got that kind of
Yeah.
the X really picking your next." But man, this is life. I enjoy every conversation. It's like stuff just automatically come out. So if you
Yeah.
had to do a recap of what we talked about today, what would be your recap?
I would think a solid recap would be that you need to participate in your own rescue by holding yourself accountable, maintaining your emotions, and staying focused on what goals are. Then I also learned that, as long as you communicate with different people, you can maintain a certain level of respect and mutual understanding that gets you guys a long way.
Wow. I think what was your takeaway? Before I say mine, Johnny, what was your takeaway from the day? Put the camera on you.
I would say my takeaway from today is basically about communication lines. Keep them communication lines open. Um,
Yeah.
with y'all already on a great path. You two are already on a great path. I admire it. It's similar to where me and my daughter are, and I just think it's a great example for how fathers should communicate with their daughters. From the financial decisions that you talked about to the relationship decisions that you talked about, like all of that needs to be discussed from the father to the daughter. So I don't know. I'm on board with it. I like the concept. I love the concept. Um, continue on what you're doing.
Man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. And like I said, if you got any questions, you got any comments, even though we may not hit them all, but we'll definitely come back to them. So even if it's after and you viewing it later, I want you to go to our YouTube channel, uh, like, share it, comment, subscribe, let us know. Matter of fact, we're gonna be having guests on the show. And then we're going to eventually do it in front of a live studio audience
Yeah.
so people can really see. And I know we always hold back, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
a lot of it can get a little emotional. Other people, like we didn't have a whole bunch of trauma, We had some.
Oh, they want to hear trauma? Is that what they said
No,
they
no,
want to
no,
hear?
no. I ain't saying
Oh.
they want to hear trauma. I'm saying,
Oh.
I'm, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they want to hear trauma. I'm saying some families have
Oh,
real
okay.
deeply rooted trauma.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's into it. So they can't sit down and talk to their dad like this when their
Right.
dad molested them.
Right. Of course not.
You see what I'm saying? They can't.
Right.
They can't sit and have conversations.
Yeah.
You
No.
know what I'm saying? They can't when they mama when they feel like their mama chose a man over them and that man molested them, they can't have a conversation. They would
Right.
want to have a conversation, and they technically can, but they don't, and they
Right.
don't realize how healing it is.
Yeah.
And a lot of dudes don't have that conversation because they like, man, I should have protected, man. I let her go with this broad, man. This broad end up letting this nigga molest my daughter.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It gets real.
Yeah.
So we would deal with some real, you know what I'm saying? When we start having guests, it's
Yeah.
gonna be different. So I'm just preparing you, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
everybody's stuff like ours was, I shielded a lot.
Yeah. There was a lot of protection.
Yeah, it was a lot of protection because of the stuff that I was, but don't get it twisted by no means. I done heard it, seen it,
Yeah.
dealt with it, you know what I'm saying, and other people. So when we did it, we only did it from our perspective. That's why people love it so much. They like, man, I can't talk to my mama. I can't talk to my daddy. I can't,
Right.
you know, I can't sit down on the couch. So from your perspective, when your friends say, I love what you're doing,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different perspective,
Yeah.
you know. So, but whatever the case may be, you still got to participate in your rescue.
Uh-huh.
So I love it. I was reading that with Johnny Wimber, man. I know he's gonna trip out when he said he's gonna call me Young Pup. He's gonna be like, Pup, man, you done read the book, man. Come on, I read it. It's in my repertoire. You got a question, comment?
Yep. B-Lynn said this is a great concept. I said more dads could benefit from you guys' dialogue. Say thanks for being open, honest, and available for discussion.
Yeah, and I am. And like I say, if you want to be on the show and you want to, I ain't gonna say we're gonna go find your dad and nothing like that, but you know, that's a whole nother situation.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
we'll bring little Derek on here, see from his perspective, you know, because he got a whole nother perspective.
He has a really, really good perspective though.
Yeah, he got a
Yeah.
different. So from a son's point of view, you know, we'll do
Yeah.
that, bring him in, see y'all energy together. We all sit down,
Yeah.
you know, we all vibe together. See, it's a difference because, like I say, a lot of stuff I didn't even do. Like we ain't even touched the surface of it.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
stuff or two.
Yeah. Number 2, but y'all already know what we doing.
Bridging generations through conversation.
Bridging generations through conversations, man. So that's what we're doing. We're bridging the gap. We're making it happen, man. Thanks to my boy Johnny, man, on the 1s and 2s. Y'all go check him out this weekend. Then we also got this thing that I'm on a pod. I'm on a panel discussion. We didn't get a chance to look at it, but I want y'all to make sure y'all go to my Facebook page, look at it. It's a live panel discussion. People are going to be there. It's in front of a live studio audience, you know. So hey, we're gonna keep it raw. We're gonna keep it rugged, baby. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you for coming.
Of course,
And
thank you for coming too.
We done created some awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time, man. We're bridging generations through conversation. Life Lessons Unplugged.